Hello, today I'm going to show a beginner player how to get your first chimps very easily. When starting a game of chimps, you want to know a few things. First, what the map is, what your strategy is going to be, and where you're going to place things. So some maps work better with some certain strategies, but for the beginner maps, as long as you know if you have water or not, it really does not matter because most all of the maps have big loops, big straights, and lots of space to work with. So we're going to start off by picking a strategy, and to do that, I will link below a playlist that I made of a lot of chimp strategies that explains how this strategy works. And they're all very good, they all work. So today I picked to do a sniper strategy that uses the elite sniper with bouncing bullets. And we're going to be translating this onto a bit of an easier map. And it is something that you can do to get your first chimps easily. So when translating a strategy onto another map, you need to look at how the strategy is built on the other map that it's being built on and try to figure out where there's going to be space to place all your towers. So on the video that this strategy is from, I did the sniper spam strategy on high finance, and if you see there, I used a large area on two of the buildings actually to place down some villages and all of the snipers. So for here, I chose this pretty big open space at the bottom. There's lots of space here to place the villages and the snipers, so that's a very good place to put it, unlike in the middle. But there's also a little bit of room in the middle, and that's very good to place down the hero and the starting towers, which is the same as the video. In the middle there is a little bit of space, and I put the hero and the starting towers there. And the upgrade order that I'm doing is basically the same. You can have a little bit of deviation, but try to keep the upgrade order as similar as possible, because lots of times we're going to have to be getting certain upgrades by certain rounds. And even though some of the maps are easier, a lot of times if you don't get your upgrade by round 63, you may not make it. So you want to keep this in mind. Also, another thing to note when translating a strategy is that a lot of times a beginner won't have all the heroes that I use. So if that happens, there's a general thing to note. If you have one of the heroes that I'm using, definitely use it. There's no need to change it. But if you don't have one of the damage heroes, like Sai, Etienne, or Churchill, use Quincy instead and use his abilities. If you're trying to use a hero that buffs with raw statistics like Pat Fusty, use Gwen instead. And Striker and Oben are pretty much, they stay the same because they're free. And then for Brickle, you also want to use Gwen. And the last thing to note with translating the strategy over to an easier map is that you want to get the same support towers, or the same recommended support towers. So as you can see in this run, I'm starting to get that now. So we're getting some alchemists down, which were recommended. I'm getting the downdraft, which is also recommended. And I'm pretty sure I also get like a mob glue, a sabo, and I'm not sure if there's a shining shells. We'll see that later. But basically get the recommended support towers that are used in the chimps guide. And with that, your first chimps will be a breeze. Just make sure you use your abilities on any rounds that can get close. And if you have support towers that have abilities like a sabo, you want to make sure you use that at the appropriate time as well. And then you will have your first chimps cleared. Good luck! Also, the link to the playlist that has all of my chimp strategies will be in the first pinned comment, and probably in the description as well.